Welcome to Production Expert, my name's Dan Cooper. In this video, we're going to be taking a very quick look at the latest version of iZotope's very popular and very powerful vocal mixing suite, Nectar. Nectar 3 introduces quite a few new technologies, the headline feature being that Nectar, like several other of iZotope's products of recent, has its own butler called the Vocal Assistant. In a moment, we're going to give this a try, but first, let's touch on a couple of things that are different in Nectar 3 from Nectar 2. Now, iZotope ditched their previous pitch correction module in favour for Melodyne's technology, which is very cool. Personally, I've always thought that Melodyne's technology was far superior to the stuff that iZotope could offer back in the day, so very nice to see that indeed. Now, the EQ section in Nectar 3 has pitch tracking, which is great for shaping the timbre and tone in a really consistent way. And of course, this has dynamic EQ, which seems to be all the rage these days. Another cool new feature that we're going to take a look at in a minute is called Unmask, which relies on a plugin called Relay, and you throw this on a track, or let's say a submix, and Nectar 3 talks to this automatically, and space then has been carved out of, let's say, the backing track, that's what's going to be in this example, for your vocal to sit on top of, all with a click of a button. Very smart. Now, there are quite a few other new features in Nectar 3. To learn of those, do hit the card at the top right of the screen or the link in the description below. For now, we're just going to be testing some of those features that I just mentioned earlier. I've got quite a nice laid-back folk song here, double-tracked acoustic guitar, upright bass, and a male vocal. The instruments I've got bust out, so stereo auxiliary track, a submix. On that, I've got a relay. We'll look at this again in a minute. It's kind of like a channel strip, but it's got some clever technology under the hood. And I've got Nectar 3, the mono stereo component on the lead vocal. And we're just going to jump straight into this vocal assistant, see what this can do. And we've got a couple of options here. Obviously the assistant part. Over here is the unmask section, the thing that can automatically carve out a bit of space for your vocal on the tracks that you put relay on. Select that, hit next, and it's going to give us a couple of options. It's going to start with unmask. It's going to ask us which track that has relay on it that it wants to look at. I'm going to say mix bus because that's what I've called it. And then we have vibe and intensity at the top here for the actual vocal assistant. I'm going to ignore dialogue, more for post and voiceover work. So we've got modern and vintage. 3 intensities below that: light, moderate, and aggressive. I'm going to go with modern and moderate. See what this can do. So let's hit next and play back.
She said, I hate to disappoint you. I don't mean to let you down, but you're not gonna see me in a long white gown, 'cause I've been sleeping with the light on, but I'm losing courage in the dark.
Okay, so now on the unmask bit.
I'm still breathing.
Let's accept this and see what it's done. So let's hit stop for the minute. As you can see at the top of the GUI, we've got quite a few components that have been thrown in by the assistant. So starting with pitch, now this may be very smart, but it doesn't work out the key. Move across to gates, but it hasn't set it. Not a problem. We can use this to help cut out some of the breaths, maybe in between where the singer sings. In fact, let's do that now. Turn it on.
She said, I hate to disappoint you. I don't
Very simple. Open, close.
Down.
Don't even need to think about it. So if I look at the EQ, 24 bands, we've got 6 there from the assistant. Thank you very much, Butler.
She said, I hate to disappoint you.
All looks pretty static to me, but you can click on the bands and you can set the obviously dynamic EQ there and frequency tracking as well.
She said, I hate to disappoint you.
Do it down here actually.
I don't mean to let you down.
There you go, you can see the curve move.
But you're not gonna see me.
Let's move across, got a fair bit of sibilance in this. Let's use the de-esser module. I think it needs to be a little bit more processed than it is.
She said, I hate to disappoint you. I don't mean to let you down, but you're not gonna see me.
Okay, let's move across to the second EQ. Sounds a bit bright, I think. So we can bring this down.
She said, I hate to disappoint you. I don't mean to let you down.
Sounding nice. Compressor. Got 4 different styles compressor here. Solid state, optical, vintage and digital. Going to keep it on solid state because the assistant thought that would work well. And let's hear how that performs.
She said, I hate to disappoint you. I don't mean to let you down.
It's not bad.
You're not gonna see.
Ratio down a bit too heavy-handed.
In a long white gown.
Not bad at all. Now, we've got a reverb, and it's fairly straightforward, but it's very effective. As you can see, EQ, can EQ the tonality of the reverb, pre-delay, decay, width, and saturation. Obviously, the amounts is at the top here. Actually, that brings me on nicely to all these little mix faders up here. Yes, parallel processing, which is very nice.
She said, I hate to disappoint you.
Bring the decay down a little bit, saturation up.
I don't mean to let you down.
Darken it up a little bit.
You're not gonna see me.
Sounds all right, but let's take it a step further and put a few more modules in ourselves. Let's go for delay. Let's drag that, put it before the reverb. Link left and right. It's all self-explanatory, this. Again, we've got loads of different styles here. Let's go for an echo.
She said, I hate to disappoint you.
Change the timing.
I don't mean to let you down. You're not gonna see me.
Set the bottom end out the echo.
In a long white.
Very nice. So now you've got an idea of what Nectar 3 can do for the vocal. Let's have a little look at what the unmasking thing is all about. Now remember, when we did the vocal assistant, we already set that up. It's already done its magic in the background. But let's jump across now to that relay plugin that we put on the mix bus and see what's going on there. Now, we've got unmasking going on at the top here. You can see this little moving graphic. Let's have a listen.
She said, I hate to disappoint you.
Let's turn the masking off.
I don't mean to let you down. You're not gonna see me.
Definitely works.
In a long white gown. 'Cause I've been sleeping with the light on.
Right, this relay plugin is quite nice actually. We can do a few things in it, like adjust the width. So I'm just going to adjust the width of the submix.
Well, I'm still breathing, but the fight's gone.
It's nice. If I want to bring the balance of that down a little bit.
Into a spark. How can I love you?
Do a little
I
bypass.
can't even love myself. How can I know you when I feel like somebody else to me?
Really nice. Fantastic technology. I'm blown away with that unmask feature. It works really nicely. Love the new features in Nectar 3. So find out our full verdict, do check out Production Expert. Click the card at the top right of the screen or the link in the description below. I hope you guys got something from this. I'm Dan from Production Expert and I'll see you again soon.